Well, here I am again after another Yankees playoff elimination. I mean, I just, I, I don't really feel anything. No, I'm used to this. A Yankee fan born in the mid 2000s, like me. I was born 2004, my freshman year of college. Like, I'm here. I've known nothing but this. I'm used to it at this point. And I mean, it's sure, like, for a few years it hurt. Like, up until last year, it really hurt. But this time, it was just sort of like, oh, the off season. We didn't try in the off season. We tried for a decent amount of time in the regular season. That first half, that they were on pace for like 120 wins, but then injuries followed by regression and expected underperformance from certain parties. A shortstop who can't play shortstop but was kept at shortstop because the GM can't swallow his pride. A third baseman who can't hit a beach ball with a tree trunk because the GM can't swallow his pride. A GM who can't swallow his pride because the owner is perfectly fine with him putting together a competitive enough roster to drive ticket sales and concession sales and TV ratings and ad revenue and all that garbage to maximize profits, but doesn't want to foot the extra bill and long-term money in order to win a championship. So, I mean, what can I say? It's tiring. And the last few years I've gone through the stages of grief. In 2017, 2018, 2019, I was bargaining. I can't remember them off the top of my head. The point is, I'm at acceptance. Like, I'm not, like, on Wednesday, I'm gonna go on a big rant, but, now that the Giants are good, like, they're really good, like, 6-1, like, no, that's a franchise that cares. That's an elite organization. Like, I couldn't say that about the Giants up until this year, but that's an organization. Like, you want to see a blueprint to success in sports in this city, you look at the Giants. Like, so right there. That is a recipe. I don't know, I guess sort of seeing, like, for the last few years, like, since 2017, the Yankees were all I had. The Yankees were all we had for a while. Up until, I mean, sure, you had the Nets and the Islanders, but those are small sectors. Now we have, like, overall, we have the, like, in certain parts of the state, the Bills. The Bills, that's another elite organization right there, the Bills. We have the Giants. Now we have the Jets. They're 5-2. I mean, the Giants and Jets, dude, I never did I would think that the Giants and Jets would be embarrassing the Yankees and lapping them from an organizational standpoint. Literally. The Giants won a championship more recently than the Yankees. They went into organizational turmoil, and then they rebounded, and now they have the best coaching staff in football, and that team is going to be ready to win a championship, if not now, in in just like a year or two, that team is going to be contending for championships on a yearly basis. And no, the Jets, I mean, same thing. I wouldn't say they're primed to win a championship right now because, they're in the AFC, but no, that's an organization. You look in hockey, the Rangers are a wagon. A straight up wagon. They got the best goalie in the league. They lapped the Yankees. They won a conference championship more recently. Granted, they didn't win a championship more recently than the Yankees, but they won their conference more recently than the Yankees. They went into a rebuild, and then they went back up. And now they're contenders. They're going to win a championship before the Yankees. And the Devils, I know that's New Jersey, but still New York metro area. A lot of Devils fans are Yankee fans. But the Devils, they have a strong core of young, hungry players. And they're beginning to be supplemented by other people. Like, sure, that front office doesn't spend a lot of money, but when there is a guy like Dougie Hamilton out there, they go out and get him. I'm not sure they didn't get Johnny Gaudreau, but they got Andre Palat, who's been great. They're starting to supplement the young talent with pieces, and the supplemental stats show that they're one of the better teams in the league. They're primed to win a championship better than the Yankees. And the Islanders, honestly, they're in the same spot as the Yankees. They have a GM who has overstayed his welcome and an ownership group that's sort of la-la-laing their way through it. The Islanders are like the Yankees in that regard. In basketball, you have the Nets. The Nets, granted, they're a circus. Well, every NBA team is a circus, but the Nets, they're more primed to win a championship than the Yankees. And the Knicks, granted, how the hell am I kidding? They're the Knicks. But you get my point. There are so many examples of how to run a franchise in this area that are so much better than the Yankees. In baseball, the Mets. The Mets in your town. There's an owner whose sole priority is winning. Literally, at any cost. He's going to have like a $350 million payroll next year. But the point is, after seeing so many teams around here get their act together, it really, really, really puts it into perspective about how truly behind the curve the Yankees are. Really. And that's all I've been focusing on. It's like, why should I dedicate so much time? Just like, I'm to be honest, covering the Yankees this year, like, sure, I got a lot of opportunities doing it. I mean, I got to write for MLB Nerds. I got to meet so many cool people, but the team itself, it's a chore. It's a chore. I didn't have fun doing this. Like, from July forward, I didn't have fun. I seriously didn't have fun. I didn't want to watch the Yankees. The only reason I went to a Yankee game was because a bunch of my friends were going. And I wouldn't have anything to do on a Friday night. I'm sad. Because this, I thought this core would be nurtured. I thought they wouldn't waste it like this. And this is the end of it. Judge is a free agent. And I don't know, he's gonna get a boatload of money either from us or like San Francisco or some other team crazy enough to pay him. And you know what? I'm just, I can't speak. I'm out of words because every word I could say about my problems with this team have been said every single year for the last 5 years. And I've just reached the point of acceptance that they're not changing. They're not changing. So I'm going to respond by putting my energy toward other teams I cover that are actually giving me reasons to believe. The Giants are giving me reasons to believe. The Devils are giving me reasons to believe. Like around this area, the Jets giving me reasons to believe. As much as I hate them, but it's good for this area, the Rangers giving me reasons to believe. Even in basketball, the Nets and even the Knicks, a tinge of the Knicks, are giving me a reason to believe. The Yankees have not given me a reason to believe. And that's going to be my energy toward them. It's going to be weird shifting from someone who covered baseball primarily. But, I'm at a stage in my career where I can shift things a bit. I'm going to have so much fun in the summers. I hate that I love this team. And that's, it's a curse. It's a curse. It's what it is. I'm just going to leave it with this. I sat through Lou Lamoriello. Actually, no. I'm going to go through the list, chronologically. I sat through Jerry Reese mismanaging the prime of the greatest quarterback this town has ever seen. I sat through Lou Lamoriello, senile Lou Lamoriello, sign a bunch of old players, set the Devils franchise back nearly a decade, and I saw him cause a lockout single-handedly by signing Ilya Kovalchuk to his 17-year contract. I witnessed Ben McAdoo as Giants head coach and see him pull the most disrespectful, spineless move in the history of New York sports. I sat through Dave Gettleman's entire tenure as Giants general manager. No team has made me as miserable and as furious as the Yankees have the last 5 years. So, I'll leave it at that. It's depressing, as per usual. I wish it wasn't, but this is reality. And I've accepted it.